Taking a look at GMT on the daily, you can see we've had quite a nice move from this green box of support. From the bottom here to the high, we saw around a 122% move, so pretty decent gains. What's concerning me now is on the daily chart where we have started to print the EMA ribbon here, and you can see that it is flipped red. We rarely ever break this to the upside on the first test of it. Now, depending on how quickly we come up to test this, we could do something like this, find a little bit of a rejection and break through to the upside. But the longer we stay down here, the wider this is going to get, and the more likely it's going to push us further down. Take a look at the 4-hourly chart. It's looking a little bit like Bitcoin. You can see we have been testing the EMA ribbon quite a bit throughout this range, and the spread is getting smaller, so we can break this to the upside. But if we do turn on the Ichimoku cloud here, you can see that we haven't even touched this yet, and it is very large. So our test of this could very well send us lower. And it's worth a note that this Ichimoku cloud on the 4-hourly lines up relatively well with the daily EMA ribbon here. So if we do come up to say somewhere within this range where the 1 level is on the Fibonacci retracement, the Ichimoku cloud could send us lower. So usually this isn't a zone you should trade in, whether it be green or red. You can see that the 200 EMA on the 4-hourly is starting to catch up with the price action, potentially coming down to this 1 level on the Fibonacci retracement. So again, we could very well see a pretty decent move out of here. If we take a price range from where we are now to where the 1 level is, that's another 29% move. Taking a look at the hourly, it's really not giving us much information. We have been trading sideways for quite some time, so you can see that the Ichimoku cloud nor the EMA ribbon are really providing much meaningful information. The 200 EMA has been keeping us down quite a bit through here, so we're definitely getting squeezed and ready for a breakout here soon, whether it be to the upside or the downside. And if we zoom out on the daily chart, you can actually see this looks like somewhat of a bear flag here. And usually you can take a price target from the previous top to the bottom here, where this is called the flagpole, and we can kind of extrapolate the price data down. You can see it's targeting around the 2618 level as well as this previous high over here. So don't be surprised if we see a move down here. And these price targets don't always work out. Sometimes we stop halfway, sometimes we stop 75% of the way, sometimes we just make a little tiny move before we find a reversal. We'll really just have to see how this plays out. So some things up here, if we do manage to find a bullish move out of this, and this will probably depend on Bitcoin and the rest of the market. If Bitcoin continues to go down, it'll likely drag this with it. But if we do move out of here, we'll likely find some resistance at the 1 level, as we usually never break the EMA ribbon on the daily chart to the upside the first time we test it, as you can see here. If we somehow manage to just blow through all this resistance, which I don't think is likely, but if we do manage to do that, we'll likely see a move all the way up to the 618 level here on the Fibonacci retracement, which is sitting around $2.4, and this 1 level sitting around 1.79. If we do break bearish out of here, this green box of support is really our last hope. Really, if we break much below this wick here, which is sitting around 81 cents, we'll likely find that move down to the 2618, and the 2618 is sitting around 45 cents. This is all I have for GMT today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so, as I try to post content daily. As always, this is not financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one.